life easier for some and more complicated for the less technologically inclined. For this installment, we're looking to the future of technology at 10 anticipated concepts that could actually do us some good, or at the very least, sound really cool to talk about. Number 10, sunscreen pill. Maybe we can't speak for everyone, but it may be safe to say that there is a general distaste when it comes to the slimy feel that some sunscreens leave behind. It's also a nuisance to have to stop lounging every so often to reapply said layer of slime. But British researchers from King's College in London may have stumbled upon a means of creating a sunscreen pill. While studying coral, Dr. Paul Long, along with fellow researchers, believed that algae living in the coral produces a compound with a purpose not too dissimilar from sunscreen. The team is looking to biosynthetically develop the same compound to create a simple tablet or pill. While current supplements promise sun protection, they're not recommended as replacements for sunscreen. Should the sunscreen pill see the light of day? Even the most sensitive skin type should be able to enjoy a day in the sun without the annoyance of water-resistant screens. Number 9. Self-fitting clothes. Most of us marveled when Marty McFly put on that oversized jacket and it immediately shrunk to fit his form. What a brilliant idea! An invention that would eradicate fitting rooms and the need for different fits of clothing. But for so long, it seemed like a mere fantasy. With time, though, comes ingenuity, and the concept of self-adjusting clothing could be in our near future. In 2014, it was reported that researchers from Purdue University were working on a robotic fabric that can compress and expand in certain scenarios. The fabric is actually the first step of the university's intent on making a robotic skin that could be used on space missions and space exploration. Just imagine how much money and time boyfriends across the world would save from having to sit through the inevitable shopping with a girlfriend escapades. Number 8. Universal translators. One of man's greatest barriers is language, and that could be very well an issue of the past. As The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy showed us, breaking that barrier is going to be an essential part of communicating with potential extraterrestrials. But prior to that, it'll definitely be a great means of uniting the world, linguistically speaking. Back in 2014, Microsoft unveiled a new technology that would allow Skype users to communicate regardless of the language difference. And while there are some kinks to work out, it's a great step towards a possible handheld device. Unfortunately, the biggest hitch that comes with any current translator is that not all dialogue translates perfectly. Going from one language to another, then back to the original language can cause a confusing word jumble with potentially disastrous results. Number 7. Mind-controlled appliances. The implementation of mind-controlled technologies isn't entirely a new concept, as there are several devices on the market that allow users to control video games and certain aspects of their computers with nothing but a thought. But how convenient would life be if every aspect of our homes was mind-controlled? Gone are the days of having to get out of bed just to run the dishwasher or start the washing machine. Need to shut down the oven before dinner burns? Don't bother getting up. Just shut your oven off with a simple thought. Yeah, it may sound ridiculous, but how far off are we with voice-activated lights and television remotes? Number 6. Portable healing laser. You're walking down the street when you stumble and fall, your arm landing on a sharp piece of glass. What would once result in a slew of stitches and a fairly ugly scar in the past could actually be healed much quicker with a laser. In 2008, physicist Abraham Katzer was experimenting with laser-bonded healing, hoping to eventually permanently replace sutures in surgical bonding and healing. The practice of laser healing is being looked at and implemented for a range of therapies and healings, including arthritis, migraines, and cell regeneration. But these all require in-office visits. The technology is looking to be fitted for personal and portable use, meaning those nasty cuts, burns, and sores could eventually be on the same level as holding a pen. Maybe we're not too far off from having portable devices to instantly heal external injuries. Number 5. Motor neural prosthetics. The science of prosthetic limbs has become more and more lifelike over the years, producing limbs that look like they're made of flesh and blood. Though they may look real, though, to the wearer, there's something vital that's missing, and that's the ability to consciously move the replica limb. For patients that may have lost their hand in a tragic accident,